Good morning, everybody. It's really early my time, about 4:30 in the morning. I usually don't even get up this early, but I've got some things to do today. I'll share with you at the end that I'm excited about, that are a good thing. But communicating with the universe is a very important topic to me because I know that it works. In our lives, we have all the people around us who are trying to give us advice on what we should do. And you have to be very discerning, is a good word, I guess, and look to try to weed through the bullshit. Because in most cases, even well-intended cases, people are giving you advice based on not just what's best for you, but what they think is best for you and as it relates to themselves. And you have to be stronger than the noise around you. And the best way to do that one is through meditation, I dislike the use of the word affirmations. Like if you just say something over and over again, the mere saying of it is going to make something come true. But this, for instance, this is a 10-minute document that I read every single morning. And it's a statement of who I am now, and in some cases of who I intend to become, but it's always written in the statement as if I am now. Like I have a lot more money than I have on that paper. I do well, thank you, but I'm always wanting more abundance, and that gives me more to work with and share in the world. So anyhow, but I believe in how we communicate with the universe through meditation, through, in that case, it's called my daily manifesto, but it's also in the words that we use. And another way we communicate with the universe, and this is the part that you have to be really vigilant about, is through our subconscious mind and thoughts. I'll give you an example. If you see somebody pull up in a beautiful sports car and a very nice, well-dressed, flashy couple get out of that car, to some people, they will look at that and say, oh, they must be cheaters. They must be people that take advantage of somebody else. They think of something negative to put on those people because they have something that we do not. And you're communicating with the universe when you do that in a very negative way. If you see people living a life that you would like to have, or living in a way that you would like to live, or experiencing joy and happiness, or anything that you want for yourself, be extremely, extremely happy for those people on a regular basis, because the universe picks up on that vibe that you're feeling. So if it sees you feeling negative about somebody in abundance, guess what? It's getting a message. Because that's really what you're feeling deep down inside. Wow, there must be something negative about that person's abundance. That's just an example, by the way. So, but here I'm going to share with you just something real quick, short story about my personal life, which is where all my stuff comes from, just like most of us. But strictly where all mine comes from. And today, I got up early today because I have to go, long story, but at 8:30 this morning, I'm going to court for the final orders hearing for my divorce. Now when the judge smashes down that gavel, boom, guess what that means? I'm free. I'm free. Now, if that sounds callous, don't let it sound callous, because I'll tell you why. The mother of my kids and I have an amazing relationship. We're great friends. As a matter of fact, she's the one that's a little queasy about it. I'm trying to get her to let me take her and her boyfriend out to lunch after the hearing. I've not met him yet. And I think she likes to keep those worlds separate, but I know it would be healthy, and what a cool part of my story that would be to say, hey, after I got divorced, I took them all out to lunch. That's the plan. But it wasn't always that way. It was very bitter and a hard time that we went through. Obviously, that's why we're getting divorced. We grew apart, but it wasn't one of those slow, over 20 years, we just grew apart. There was a lot of real heavy turmoil, real heavy. Not just emotional, but life life crashes, as I call them. And to get to the point where I'm at now, and I will take credit for this, is because I intended it. I intended it and intended it and intended it. And guess what? Everybody around me intended something different. My family, you know, I'm a man and I'm close to my mom and my dad. But my mom was kind of the leader in our family. Doesn't like my ex-wife very much. And she loves her little boy, so she wants to see him. I'm 40 years old, but I'll always be her little boy. She wants to see what's best for me, but very vocal against that person, and that I'd be too generous with my time and my money towards what I give to the other household. And for me, it's about my kids anyway. But more importantly, I want to say more importantly, another important reason though why I wanted to do that was because my mission in this life is to experience joy, abundance, and happiness for me and for everybody who else I can give that to and or experience it with. So why would I not want it for that person too? And think about it. I've got to deal with that person for another probably at least 15 years of my life, because I have a 5-year-old son, so you got to get him into college for a couple of years before you can disassociate, but I don't want to. There's a person there that I saw, and I still can see now because I intend it. That's a beautiful person in her own right. Just didn't last with us. I'm not sad about that at all, though. To be honest, I'm happy. I initiated it. I'm celebrating this. I was romantically. I had a gal that we were having the conversation, you will, in life about getting to know each other and everything else. She was insane about my relationship with my ex, that I shouldn't be friends with her and she shouldn't come around and I shouldn't let her in my house. And I was like, just because you have a shitty relationship with the past people in your life doesn't mean I want that. I want to be happy with everybody. And I'll read something to you that I read every single morning, that when I wrote it, it wasn't that way, but it is that way now. And it says, this is just an excerpt of many things that I write it's written in my document, but it says, the mother of my children and I have a very successful co-parenting relationship and healthy and mutually beneficial friendship. She is self-reliant, responsible, and meets her responsibilities while allowing me to be free to live my own life. We have a very peaceful relationship. That's what it says. And when I wrote that, nothing could have been further from the truth. I mean, nothing. I think the day after I wrote that, she had physically, she had lost her temper and it was a bad scene. So it's not because I had that and wrote it down and was celebrating it. It's because I so strongly desired it that I had to put it down on paper and read it aloud to myself every single day, so that not only did I hear it, but the universe heard it and knew that I really had that intention, and I had to probably have to develop that intention. And that's just one example. That document is full of dreams come true, literally. I've been saying that particular version for about 3.5 months now, almost 4 months, and it's made an amazing difference in my life. So how we communicate with the universe is extremely important. There are conscious ways, like that document, my daily manifesto, but there are so many unconscious ways. Feel happy for people. If you feel sorrow for every sad person you see, then you're feeling sorrow. It's a negative emotion. Feel happy that they're where they're supposed to be in life, on their path. When people die, I lost my little sister 3 years ago. But because of other things that had happened prior to that, in the way of losing people to death, I was able, in her case, to be happy for her that she was free of pain. And I'm happy today. I can see a picture of her right now up on my wall in my office. I know that she's not only happy and peaceful where she is, I know she's here because she is here. I carry her with me wherever I go. Sometimes I even talk to her. Freaks people out. I don't care. I'm a weirdo. So, sorry to go on so long, you guys. But those are really deep, meaningful things to me, and I don't share them with just everybody. And I love you guys, and I really respect and appreciate how much you are putting into this. And this is a long and involved course that you have chosen to participate in to make your life grow. And I love you because you're a human being, but I specifically love you, the person who is watching this, which is all of you that see it, because you care enough about yourself and the world that you live in to invest your time and sometimes pull off the scabs and look at the ugly wounds underneath so that we can heal and move on in our lives. So God bless you, and may the universe give you everything you want because you deserve it, because you're a beautiful person, and I love you, and I don't love shit. So with that, have an incredible day. Next time you see and hear from me, I'll be free. But I'm free already. It's just a piece of paper, but it is symbolic. So anyway, I love you again for the third time, I think. Have a blessed day.